Before I tell you who I am, in case you didn't know, I'm Beelzebub, or I told you who I am. I spent about half an hour making a pitch video for this campaign, and the camera wasn't on, and there was daylight behind me, so I don't know what I look like now. Probably a fool. I would have looked like a fool anyway. I am making this book. Am I making this book? It's called Movie Maker and Madman. See, as a movie maker, I can afford lights, but I'm making this video in front of a garage. Well, there's a garage over there, and that's a motion sensor light. But to be light. My movies are exactly like this, by the way. Okay. I wanted to write Movie Maker and Madman specifically for filmmakers or budding filmmakers, but that's a waste of time, because if you want to make a movie, you make a movie. Everyone I've known, grammar is not my forte. Everyone I know who's made a movie has made a movie despite many obstacles, many hardships. There's something wrong with us, we just make movies. So that is not the primary audience, and then I thought maybe I'd write a book for the fans. I'd explain secrets behind every movie I've made. And I thought, well, I could just have that as a movie in which you have examples, video examples. So I finally decided I'm going to write it as a story of things like this that happen. Let there be light. Let there be light. Light. When you have a deadline, you just have to use what you have, right? Speaking of deadline, today was the last day for me to shoot this video, and I waited until about an hour ago when I did have daylight. I said amazing things, all lost, like tears in the rain. If you're still watching, thank you. This book is not about movie making so much as is you is or is you ain't. This book is about a fool. A fool whose successes mostly have been luck. That was contrary to all probability. I don't know how it happened, but it happened. So you can't read this book and think, oh, I will achieve the same success, because it's all luck. Surprising luck. Why I couldn't have that when I played the lottery, I don't know. But yeah, this is why I resonate with Curb Your Enthusiasm. Larry David. I resonate with him because I am like that, where most of the bad things that happen to me are my own fault. And so you get to read this. And why would you want to read it? Well, in my first memoir, one of the funders, Evie Peters, I think I could say that, she said that I ruined her makeup because she was laughing so hard before she went out for whatever reason, and she had to reapply her makeup. And many people have told me that, and so that is the style of this book. I'm not writing it in a formal way, like, oh, to make a movie, first you must write a script. To write a script, you must have a device like a pen, or a typewriter, or a computer. No, it's me speaking conversationally. So it's just spewing out at you the way I'm spewing out at you right now. And it's killing me that I didn't record any of the cool things that I had said before. I have no idea what I said, but maybe that makes this pitch video a bit better because I'm just sticking to the main points. I like to go on tangents. The book has many tangents. But speaking of book, in my first memoir, I did not have photos because I never trusted the quality of pictures in books unless they were glossy pages. that's the only way I would have photos, and I didn't want to increase the cost of the book by having glossy photos. But then I made a book that was the best of my magazine, the best of the Grimoire of Exalted Deeds, and I had to have photos because there were photos in the magazine. And I just hoped, please let them come out somewhat good, and they're amazing quality. So I'm incorporating pictures into this book. By the way, this book is going to be at least 590 pages. And this large size. So imagine a book this thick. It's rich and thick and chocolate. And that brings me to a sad part of this. The color book, in which I will try to have every page bear a color photograph. It's going to be $75. But it's much less than if you were to buy an even thinner book as a college text. But that's a whole other subject. I'm not making money off that, or I'm not making a lot of money. I'm only making $70 a book. So that's not a lot. And if you cannot afford... Oh, see, that was colored. Oh, I wanted it to be dark for grayscale, although I have a red light on me, because I'm in the red light district. There'll be a grayscale version for $50. And again, I'm only making $49 off that book, so it's not like I'm going to get rich off this. But in all seriousness, there's printing costs, and then there's the publisher's fee, so not much is left over for me, especially with shipping. Shipping something as heavy. And if you still want to participate, but you cannot afford either of those, I will be giving an autographed movie to people at the $20 level. And the Blu-ray has 4 movies, 3 of which are making fun of the making of movies. And it's called, I believe, Campy Horror Collection. I don't know why it was called that. But you can have that. And if you can't even afford that, or even if you can, please copy and paste the link for this Kickstarter, share it in groups, share it everywhere. Don't share it where people will get mad, because I am hated in certain circles, but let me tell you why. They think I'm a rebel, but I'm not. See, I know at my skill level, and at my budget level, it would be silly for me to abide by the rules of Hollywood or mainstream. So instead of trying to imitate what those rules are or abide by those rules, I make movies as experiments. So you may not know what a 3-act structure is, but sometimes I ask myself, does it really make a movie better? Can I part from the 3-act structures? So I've made movies like that, and they flopped. The reason why they did was there's wisdom in some rules in the mainstream. But the point is, I did it just to see, is it true that this rule is a good rule? So if I did have a budget, or if I was told, Bill, you have to make a movie, but you have to abide by these restrictions, I'd happily do that. So I'm not some teenage, angst-ridden wannabe who keeps blaming successful people for his staying down in a low status. No. I just know that there's a niche that likes and supports this kind of movie making, and that's enough for me. C is for Cookie, that's good enough for me. Although Cookie Monster betrayed us all when he had a rap song about loving vegetables. I actually made a movie called Loving a Vegetable, but it had nothing to do with nutritionally dense food. Well, the other part is I don't make movies to shock people. Instead, I make them to entertain people who are like me. I've often said that when I was 15, I saw Desperate Living, which is my favorite movie by John Waters. So Desperate Living, by the standards of normies, is offensive, outrageous, it's low budget, but all these things were things that I embraced. So when I make a movie, I don't want to anger anyone. I want to delight people who like content that might be considered offensive by normies. Because think about it. If you make movies, that means you make a product. Even though you can say you're not into consumerism or anything like that, you don't make movies just to give away. You make movies to sell. See, it's sad what I'm saying, and the light new. You put a spin on things. That's what you do when you're a filmmaker. Well, think about it. A movie, whether it's a DVD, VHS, or Blu-ray, is something you buy, and if you get angry, you can return it and get a refund. So why would I shock people? That's incurring an expense. For what reason? So no, I don't want to walk through life amassing millions of people who hate me. I want to make a movie that hopefully will not be seen by these overly sensitive, shallow people. See, that's me making it seem that people who don't like movies are terrible people. I'm just doing that as a joke. But hopefully you've stayed with me in this video and you will support. 30 days. Can we do it? And this is also a good marketing test. It shows me if there are a lot of people who participate in this, that maybe I can give it an extra push and people outside of these realms would have a good laugh, or at least be genuinely entertained reading all this. And if you found any of this video to be stupid, don't buy the book. The book will be equally stupid. Well, thank you for watching.